Hey, how's it going, guys? It's your boy Slop, and today I'm basically gonna explain to you on how to jailbreak your PS3 console. It's not really hard. I mean, I probably recorded for about an hour in this video just so I can explain it as best as possible for the newcomers out there. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you guys find it very useful. And I basically make this for like all trick shotters, basically in the trick shotting community, who come and ask me questions about how do I mod my system, how do I install DLC, and how do I like back up my games and everything. Well, pretty much this whole video is going to explain to you on how to like update your storage, update the software, install custom firmware, and I'll probably talk about installing DLC and talk about how to back up your games and everything in future videos, so that way you guys can understand on how to do that yourselves. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Please leave a like and subscribe. It doesn't mean anything to me. I mean, I just hope you guys enjoy it and find it very useful. So I'll see you guys later. Okay, guys. So if you want to jailbreak your PS3, the first thing I would want you to do, so this one right here is 60 gigs. It has a 60 gigabyte drive in it. So what I would recommend is getting a 500 gigabyte hard drive, 2.5 inch hard drive, or I mean, I use WD Blue, I use Toshiba. They're really cheap on Amazon, like I think like $19 to $20, so I would prefer to go there. Anything, get Prime Day shipping if possible if you're a Prime member. But anywho, if you want to learn how to jailbreak your system, this is the right place you want to be. So first off, what you want to do, personally a favorite of mine, I mostly exchange the hard drive and increase more space. So what we would do, if you have a slim model like me, you would have to flip it over, and there's this little thing right here, this little hatch. You just pry it open with your fingernail. There's a little screw in there that you gotta unscrew, and once you unscrew that, here, I'll just show you. Okay, now that screws out. Make sure to keep the screw in case. So now that's out. You can close this for now if you want. Open this. This should slide out now on the slim models, and all you got to do is just pull this little tray out, if I can even get my finger in it. Pull the tray out, and there's the hard drive. You got the hard drive out. So here's the hard drive that you want to replace. So what you will want to do, there's little screws right here that you want to take out with a screwdriver. So I do that now. Then you can just take it out. Then we got the new hard drive right here, so you can just take that out of the packaging if you want. New hard drive. Now, what you want to do, it's the easiest way to do it. So, once you have your hard drive, you have your new hard drive out, what you want to do, you want to slide it in. So just slide it in like that. Now it's in place. All you got to do is just put those 4 little tiny screws back in the placement. Just put one right there. For right now, I'm just gonna pause this right now so that way I can just get this done, because I'm only doing this with one hand, so I'm just gonna put it down. So now, once your hard drive is securely placed in, all you gotta do for PS3 Slims again, just slide it in, make sure it's pushed in, toggle that back up, put this piece just like this, slide it back in, fold it down, take off this panel, get this screw, place it in, and then just screw it in. Alright, now that that's tight in there. Alright, so now we upgraded our hard drive. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to the computer now, and I'll show you guys how to update if you wanted to do the hard drive upgrade, and you want to do the software upgrade, so that way we could get the system ready and it could get jailbroken. So now that we're on the PS3 side of things, what you are wanting to do, you follow the instructions on the screen, and I'm already ahead, but it will say please connect your controller by pressing the PS button. So I would say get a PS3 controller and get a wired connection to your PS3 controller to your PS3. Preferably, I would say use the left-hand side of the USB if you have a slim and fat model and a super slim model as well. So I would just say use the left side of the port, because later on I'm going to show you why we're going to use the right port for using it with a USB and all. So let's get jumping into this. So once you downloaded the PS3 update file, you would get a USB drive. Preferably, for me, I use 64, but for this example, I'm going to be using an 8GB flash drive. So you want to make sure that for this flash drive, you want to format it, and you want to format it to FAT32, because that's what the PS3 uses as well. But I would stick to FAT32, and you could just do like a quick format if you want. Just start and hit OK, and it may take a little bit. Format complete. So now, once that's done, you go into your USB drive, you create a folder. You want to name that folder PS3. Now, inside of that folder, you want to make another folder called Update. And now double click into this folder and drag the PS3 update that you got from Sony's website. Just place it in here and let it transfer. It may take a few seconds or a few minutes, depending on how fast your drive can respond. And there it goes. So then once that's done, I just go back and I would right click and hit eject. And then I just take it out of my PC. And now let's go over to the PS3 again, and I'll show you the PS3 side of things. So now that we're over on the PS3, it says the system software cannot be run correctly since I had just installed a new drive onto it. So press the PS button to try and restart the system. If the system cannot be restarted, the system partition of the system storage must be reformatted. So that's why we downloaded the PS3 update, to reformat the drive so that way it can run, and that way it can install our custom firmware later. So, like I said, you want to use the right hand side of the USB for this. So we're just going to plug it in here. Now once your USB is plugged into your PS3, you just want to press start and select buttons at the same time. So we're just going to do that now. And it says the system partition of this storage will be formatted. During the format, all data on the system storage may be deleted. So now what you want to do, you want to hold start and select for 5 seconds. And then let go. Now it's going to check, and it's going to reformat the whole entire drive that you just installed on your PS3. And it may take a few minutes to reformat, or maybe a few seconds, still depending on your drive's read and write speed. So once you're on the screen, you want to press the PS button. It's going to check for the update data from the USB. Here's all this. Hit accept, enter, and let it install. And then your system will reboot. Now that the system has rebooted, you just want to press the PS button again and go through your standard stuff. So like select your language. Yes, do HDMI. It'll be gone for a second, but it'll be back up in a second. Yes. Just do do whatever your time zone sets you to, like Central Time, Eastern Time, or Mountain Time, or Pacific Time. Doesn't really matter. So just pick your time. Mine's Central. Set the date here. So okay. I just put user, enter. I skipped this for now so we could just get done with the setup right now. So after you do that, boom, you have a new hard drive in, and then it has maximum amount of storage in it. So now if I go over to my system settings, and I scroll all the way down to system information, boom, there it is. I have 412 out of 465, so my 500 gigabyte drive is now in there. Now you're done. Later on, if you want to transfer, I'll teach you how to transfer your drive. If you ever plan on upgrading to like a 1 terabyte or a 2 terabyte, I'll show you how to do that as well. Alright, so this is the first step on how to jailbreak your system. What you want to do, so you want to go over to the network tab, go to Internet Browser and click on it. The first thing you want to do is you want to press triangle, go to Tools, go to Cookies, make sure it's allowed. Go to Tools again, JavaScript on, and go to Tools. This is my personal opinion. Confirm browser close. I just turn that off so that way like the browser can close automatically when I just press circle, so I don't have to deal with it. And now go back to Tools, go to your home page, and you want to use a blank page, and then hit OK. Now go back to Tools again. You want to delete cookies. You want to delete your search history. Clear the cache. And delete authentication information. Now, once that's all done, press circle and close out of the browser. And then go back into the browser again. Now what you want to do is you want to press start on your controller. Now you just want to type in this website, PS3 Jailbreak.com. And make sure that there's no E in exploit, it's just PS3 and then the letter X. So like exploit but without the E. Then you just press start. And now what you want to do, you want to go to the top screen and it might say BG toolset. So you want to go down one and click main site. Once it pops up with saying, do you want to run this plugin? You want to select yes. Now the exploit initialization is complete. Once that's done, you want to go over to Flash Memory Manager. Now it's extracting the data. So now once we're in here, what you want to do is you want to go to Flash Memory. Whoops, sorry. That's not what I meant to do. Now, if this has a check mark on it, you can jailbreak your system. But if it has a red X on it, all you have to do is install PS3 Hen. I don't have a super slim model on me to show you, but later on down the road, I can show you how to enable Hen on a super slim system. So now once you're here, all you have to do, go to flash memory, say flash memory backup, and make sure your USB is still plugged in, and make sure it says dev underscore USB 00, and hit save. Now once you hit save, it's going to copy it over to your USB drive. And you want this dump.hex file in case anything goes wrong in your system, saying like you bricked your system somehow, but you want to restore it back to the original point. So what you need is you need an E3 flasher so what you need is an E3 flasher, of course, and install it on your PS3 and do the backup that way, and your system will be fine. Recommending, I would probably send it to Trixzy. Yes, he charges, but I would definitely go to him because I do not have access to an E3 flasher, so I would ask him personally to do it. So now once your dump.hex has copied over, you just want to close the browser, and then we're going to move everything over to the PC side to make sure your whole system files are all checked and all good to go. So now that we're over on the PC side of things, I'm going to put this link in the description below on where you can download this. So you want to download Pi PS3 Checker. So all you would have to do is just click code and click download zip. Now what this is going to do is going to download the whole files. So now after doing that, you go into your downloads, and all you have to do is just open the file and double click this and just drag out PS3, like Pi PS3 Checker, because that's all we're going to need right now for this. Since I already have it, I might as well just replace the file since it's the latest update. All right. So now once you have this, you want to go over to your USB and you want to drag this dump.hex file onto your desktop. Now drag the dump.hex file into the checker, and now just single click this once and drag it to drag and drop your dump here, and it's going to load all of this up. So it's going to check to see if there's any dangers or warnings and checking all that. So now it's completed in 2.18 seconds, and you could just click no for logging the file. So that means we have a good dump.hex file. So what you can do is you can create a backup by making a folder and just naming it like PS3 backup. And I would copy this back over, open this folder, copy the dump.hex, and just rename it to original underscore dump. So that way you know it's the original one before you ever jailbroke your system, and you can restore it from that point. Now you can save this, put it anywhere you want. It doesn't really matter. So now let's go over to the PS3 side of things, and we can make sure that gets all done over there. So once you're back on the PS3, all you need to do is, now that we saved our dump.hex, go over to flash memory patch and click load patch via HTTPS. This method is known for doing the best. I mean, if you want, you could download the patch file and load it from a file, but I just load patch from HTTPS. We'll take a few seconds here just to download and apply to the system already. And now that it's validated, all you have to do is just click close. And once again, just go over to flash memory patch. Scroll down to apply loaded patch. Now, once you click this, it'll give you a little confirmation and a little warning. So it says patching the PS3 flash memory can break your console. I never bricked any of my systems doing this, so you just want to go over and hit yes. Now this process may take around 2 to 3 or 4 minutes depending on your hard drive again. So like your read and write speeds, it just depends on that and your internet connection. So I'll just let it sit here and let it load and do its thing. All right, so now that our system has been successfully patched, all you have to do is just close, hit the close button, and you can just hold circle and close out of this, and hold circle and close out of this, and then it will take you out. And then I'll be back once my console has rebooted. Now that our system is rebooted, now what we can do next is I would personally set these options off just for future reference. So I just go over to system settings and I'd scroll down to trophy notification, do not display, disk auto start. I would set that to off for later on. I'll show you. And display what's new, turn that off as well. I mean, I just have that for personal preference. You do what you want to do, but I just wanted to show you that quickly. So now I'll move over to the PC side and show you how to install custom firmware on your PS3. So now that we're over on the PC side of things, I'm going to show you how to install custom firmware on your PS3 to get things started off. So I will provide links in the description again with everything you need, like package files, custom firmware, even programs that you might use later on depending if you really want to use them or not. So personally, I would use the 4.88.2 𝐂𝐴𝐸. So this is just to start off since we're just starting off jailbreaking our system. So what you want to do is have this PS3 updad.pup file, and you want to open your USB drive. You want to open to your USB, go to your PS3 and update folder. Now all you need to do is just copy this and paste it in here. I just let it transfer over. All right, so now that's copied over. So now if you want to install like package files like multiMAN and webMAN mod and send enabler and all that, we can do that real quick just so we can get it out of the way. So I have all these package files. I mostly use webMAN mod. I always use that. Send enabler, Rebug toolbox. PSN patch is just if I want to check if my IDPS is correct or not, like if it matches up when I convert it. multiMAN, CC API if you really want to use it, and then a save tool just for free time basically if I want to do that. So I just install all of these. So just drag them onto the USB. Make sure it's on the root of the USB and not inside any folders, so that way you can install them, or else they won't install properly. So now, once that's all done, you could just right click and eject your USB, close out of this, and then I'm going to switch back over to the PS3 and show you how to install custom firmware from there. Now, once you're over on the PS3 again, what we're going to do is we're going to go all the way to the left, scroll all the way up to System Update, click Update via Storage Media, and it will show us 4.88.2 𝐂𝐸𝐴𝐸. So you want to click OK. Scroll to the right, hit Accept. Make sure this is unchecked, and click Start. Now it's going to copy the update data, and it'll be really fast for copying, but installing will take maybe around a few minutes or maybe a few seconds. Alright, so now that the update has finally been done, you will see these two new options on your screen, PlayStation 3 and Package Manager. So what you want to do now is you want to go to your Package Manager, install package files, and so we just install Apollo, our save tool. Now, once we have all our packages installed and ready to go, the first thing I would do is I go over to Rebug Toolbox, because personally, we are running on 𝐂𝐻𝐸, and I would tell you guys, I would preferably go over to 𝐸x, because 𝐸x gives you more customizable options that you can do for yourself, and it'd be easier to run menus like mod menus much more easily and effective. So in order to do that, go over to Rebug Toolbox. Now, once Rebug Toolbox is open, oh god, my screen is blue. Let me fix that. Well, I'll fix it later actually, but for now, so what you want to do is you want to go all the way to the right, and you want to go to toggle QA flag. You want to enable that. So once that's enabled, you just go restart system and I would do a full on and off cycle. So once your PS3 has rebooted and you have the QA toggle flag enabled, all you have to do is go over to settings, because we're going to downgrade our software, because we're going to go over to Rebug instead, because Rebug is more accessible and it's easier to run menus with. So there's a button combination you need to do in order to enable something so you can actually downgrade to the system version that you need. So you scroll down all the way to network settings, and you want to do the following combo: L2, L1, R1, R2, R3, and D-pad down. Now what that would give you is it gets you Eddy Viewer, debug settings, and install package files. So now once that's there, I can go over to my system quick so we can install Rebug on our system. Now once that we have our flash drive plugged in again, all you need to do is go over to the files I gave you in the description. You just want to go over to 4.84.2 Rebug, and you want to download the Rex one first. Now, you could delete all these, because since we already installed them already. And delete the system update from your flash drive, because we already installed it as well, and that part's done. So now what you want to do is you want to copy over this Rex file. So you want to copy over this PS3 update.pub file onto your USB. All right. Now, once that's done, just right click your USB and eject it. Well, let me try that again. Right click your USB and click eject. So what you want to do is you want to unplug your USB, and you just want to plug it into your PS3 on the rightmost port of your PS3. And then let's go back over and I'll show you more. So now that we're back over the PS3, you want to click System Update, Update via Storage Media. Now it's going to show 4.84.2 Rebug. Then you just want to click OK. And now that's going to copy the update over to your system. And we're just going to let it wait here until our system is fully rebooted again. Alright, so now once our PS3 has finally restarted again, you will see now that we have Rebug installed. Mostly you can learn if you have Rebug installed is by having this quick sign up, and your PlayStation Network logo above it is actually red instead of blue, so that's just a sign that I know I have Rebug installed. So now, we're on 𝐂𝐻𝐸 Rebug. What we want to do is switch over to DeX Rebug. So all we have to do is go back into Rebug Toolbox. Now, once you're in Rebug Toolbox, you want to go all the way to the right. You want to go up one, up one, up one again until you get to dump EID root key. Now you just want to click X and you want to hit yes. Now your system's going to restart once again, and once it restarts, we're going to go back into Rebug Toolbox and show you the extra features. So now our system is fully rebooted again, so we want to go back into Rebug Toolbox. So now once you're in Rebug Toolbox, again, you want to go over to DeX and 𝐂𝐻𝐸. So once you're here, you want to click Rewrite Target ID in Flash. Click X, found EID root key. Do you want automatic conversion from 𝐂𝐻𝐸 to DeX? Yes. So once you do that, you want to go up one and click Swap LV2 kernel. LV2 kernel successfully changed to DeX/debug. Hit OK, and your system will reboot once more. Alright, now that we are on a fully DeX capable console, we're going to go back over to the computer side of things. So unplug your USB and plug it back into your computer, and I'll show you what to do over there so that way we can fully convert our system to an actual debug system. Now once we're back over on the PC side, you just want to go back to your USB drive, go to your PS3 folder, update, and delete PS3 update.pup. Now remember, we already installed the Rex version. Now what we want to install the DRex version, which is DeX. So copy this file over, and now that is done. So go back to your USB, right click, and eject. And now you just plug it out of your computer and put it back in your PS3. And I'm going to switch back over there just a few moments. So now that we're back over on the PS3, we're going to go all the way to system update again. Since we plugged in our USB with the DRex version, you want to go to system update, update via storage media. It will show you this, so just click enter. And it's automatically going to copy and update the system to the DRex version, which makes your system fully debugged. Okay, now that we have fully converted over, you will see on the bottom right, this is how you know you're fully on a DeX console. It says connected from the port, host name, and the IP address. So now, once we're fully connected and we're on DeX now, the first thing I want to do is I would always go to send enabler. So let's jump into that. Now, once you're in send enabler, it says added spoof to 4.87. There is no 4.88 spoof right now. So this is the best way we can do it. So just click OK. Now using the D-pad, go over right one, down one to send/PSN options. Click X. Go to custom spoof. Go to the version and go left 1 and then go up to custom spoof. Click X. Do you want to patch with custom spoof? Press X again. And now it's going to spoof your console. And there's going to be a little prompt that's coming up in a few seconds that says you want to restart your system. If not, your system would not work correctly. So we'll just wait for that. And there we go. Custom spoof patch successful. Do you want to reboot? Yes, we want to reboot. Now, once that's done, I'd keep this in case there's like a new rebug that comes out for 4.88. You just need to go in there again and disable your spoofing that you have. So now, if we go over to system settings, go down to system information, you're going to see that we're on version 4.87. You can still connect online. So you're still good. You can connect online, however. So now the next step, you want to install webMAN mod. So all you need to do is you want to hold down L1 for the full edition. So you want to press X, hold down L1 until you have your system reboot. And now you can let go of L1. And now we have this little folder called webMAN Games. So the first thing you want to do in webMAN Games, you want to click this, click X on webMAN Setup, and go to PS3 webMAN Setup. Now, what I do, and this is for me personally, I always set my fan speed to manual, and I override it to 40. It might sound a little loud, but that's how I keep my temps really good. So then after that, you want to go down, and you want to go to XMB/in-game pad shortcuts. So once you're here, you want to make sure you have delete CFW syscal's on, and you want to have CC API and PS3 Mappy. So you want CC API and PS3 Mappy enabled, so we're just going to click enabled. And personally, this is what I do. I just uncheck all this since I'm not going to really use all this anyway. Get rid of the custom combo, the play disk, go home, install package, unload webman, show IDPS, game data, unmount, next. And then I just keep these. I just keep whatever's on my system right here. And then once that's done, you want to hit save. Your fan speeds might kick up if you set it to 40 like me. So then you just want to click here to restart your PS3. Click it, and your system will reboot. Now that that is finished, you can hit triangle on the webMAN installer and delete it. Because you're not going to need it, of course, because webMAN is already installed on your system. So now after that, go into multiMAN And we're just going to let it go through its little steps here. So installing MMCM data to the internal hard drive, please wait. And now we're in webMAN. So once we're in webMAN, you want to go over here. And what we want to do is I have download game covers to know. So I have my game covers that I already know, since like I already know the titles and everything. So I just set it to no for me. If you want to make this faster and less noisy, because once you have multiMAN installed, you're going to hear a loud music noise. So what you could do, once you're in settings in multiMAN, go all the way down to theme audio and disable. Now once theme audio is disabled, you can go up here a little bit more if I can find it. XMB Sparks, I have that to disabled because it kind of gets annoying once in a while. And then you can also go down here. So system auto off. I set this personally to disable, because if I'm trying to copy over, like create a backup of a game that I have, that way my system won't shut off. Screensaver, you can keep that if you want. An activity timer, doesn't matter. So now that we're all done with webMAN, we can go hit quit to go back to the XMB. Well, once you're back over to the XMB, you're pretty much set. And yeah, this is basically how to jailbreak your console and make it fully updated to the latest version